What's good? We got Black Betty on black jack stands. And I thought I had 4, but I don't, so she's just up on this side for now. The reason I'm making this video today is because of that. That is a fuel pressure regulator gauge. Only thing is, I have no idea how to adjust it. I cannot find any Allen key or screw to adjust it. And it looks like it's just a gauge. So I kind of want to see what it's at when it's running. I also want to see if I can't work on the exhaust. That's where it's dumping. That's where the cat goes. But those two ends will fit with each other. And I kind of want to try and use this pipe to route it out the side. But if I can't get that to work, I'm going to put the resonator back in and then cut the muffler out. And then try and get some pipe welded onto the end. But honestly, if I just did that and then cut it right here, I could probably find some pipe or something to finish the exit and just have it come out here. We got the nicotine pocket. This is absolutely essential for any automotive outburst. Right around 30. Okay guys, so I think I figured out what's going on here. I believe this is the stock fuel system just with a pressure gauge on top. I don't think you can actually adjust it with that. But it is idling at 38 PSI and it should be idling around 42. So I think that might be the reason this shit dies at idle. A quick editor's note after reviewing the footage, something I didn't notice yesterday is that on a cold start, the first shot I show, when I say it's idling at 30 PSI, that was the truth. After doing some research, it is supposed to be idling at 38 PSI. When I started the car later and checked the gauge again, it was idling at 38 PSI. So that means that when the car is on a cold start, it is running 8 PSI under the fuel pressure it needs to. So my thoughts right now are it could be a clogged fuel filter that once it heats up, it lets more fuel through or something, or it could be the fuel pump. The pump could be clogged, old, wearing out, whatever. But I'm assuming that both the filter and the fuel pump are both from 1990, so they are 30 years old and in desperate need of cleaning and or replacement. So once I figure out this fuel situation, I'm fairly certain that the car will finally idle fine under a cold start. Also, when I chop the exhaust off, it never pops or anything, and that was a little concerning to me. It seems like it's running real lean, and so I'm gonna try and get my hands on one. I need to come up with a fuel pressure regulator. I don't know if any of the auto parts stores have any, but I might check. And if I can get that going, I could probably fix the fuel pressure and make it idle correctly and just run better in general. Another thing about it is when I replaced the thermostat and the thermostat housing, I didn't put any sealant around that little bleeder bolt, I guess, and so it leaks. And I think that's what causes my gauge to go crazy, because it does a lot of times, especially when you do a pull. So I'm gonna try and see if I can't do something about that real quick. Ta-da! Teflon tape for the win, baby. I figured out what this is. It comes off the thermostat. On the turbo. I used a mirror to look in there, and it's green, just like all the other areas in this engine that carry coolant. There used to be a coolant line there, and somebody took it off. I don't know if I should be concerned or what, but I'm very interested in why that was removed. I am not very knowledgeable on the common shady modifications to these engines, and so maybe that's a common one, just like a fucking turbo coolant bypass or something like that, but not super hype about that. apparently O'Reilly's carries a universal fuel pressure regulator. So I'm gonna go pick that up and see if I can't get it to work. Chances are I'll blow up my engine or it will not fit, knowing my luck. So here we go. Taking the good old Eclipse that my dad put a normal muffler on, so now it sounds like shit. God, that's quiet.
Go to paycheckproof.com.
Alright, so unforeseen issue. I forgot to ask on the phone what the pressure went up to on theirs. Turns out it maxes out at like 8. And I need one that goes to like 50. I still want to turn it up a little bit because when I cut the exhaust it didn't backfire at all, and that was lame. And also I feel like running it a little bit rich might actually help, because a lot of times in the lower RPMs when it's still building boost, it just loses all power and it feels like shit. So I just want to kind of fuck around with that, but I don't know if it's worth buying one online. So I don't know, I guess maybe I'll see. So another thing, I went back in and checked for exhaust tips and exhaust clamps, because if I cut that bend off, I'm gonna want something to reach to the edge and I don't want to have to weld it. So I'm gonna go home, measure the diameter of the pipe, and then come back and see if these will fit, or see if they have something that will fit. Alright guys, so the next order of business is to get the resonator back in.
Got the resonator in. Now we have to cut this hoe.
Jesus Christ. He's barely doing anything.
I'll get back to you on that. So cutting it underneath the car does not work. So what I'm gonna do is pull the entire exhaust and then cut it and fix it up outside. I measured, it needs to be 21 inches out to here, including the exhaust tip. So we'll see what happens.
Oh shit. Look who it is. It's your boy. Oh, you know, it's a mess. Fuck this exhaust.
If you took the wheel off, it'd actually be a lot easier to get to it.
That's
You
true.
can literally just get right to it.
But yeah, this whole piece is all one thing, and I can't get it through this piece of the actual welded frame. So I have to cut it. Yeah!
Alright, here we are. Got the tire off after some excruciating electronics. Oh, I need to get over your shoulder here. Oh boy, it's going to be an interesting one. Wow, already got hit in the face. Ow. Do you want like a blanket to put over your...
And metal just lodged itself in my leg.
That's fire. Yeah, about lodge itself in my forehead.
We're gonna need some,
we
need something.
this beautiful cut. Bring it in there. See that, baby? Oof. And now we're gonna get the Sawzall, hopefully not catch on fire this time.
Yeah, Sawzall was lighting up last time.
We're gonna get the camera for a good shot. Zoom in on that. Ooh, the lighting's terrible. Oh my god.
That's not cutting
I think
anything.
you will have to be finishing the blade, first of all.
Yeah, that's not doing us any favors.
Ooh.
Okay.
I guess you're finishing it off with the big boy.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that literally how you've been doing it?
Yeah.
So you don't get destroyed? Want your blanket?
Oh yeah.
So you don't get metal lodged into your legs?
Dinner is served. By that I mean
Metal shaving.
So, we use that thing. That's what we use. You're scared.
missing all its teeth now thanks to us.
Oh my god, I don't want to be anywhere near that, dude. You can have fun.
Let's go.
I will zoom in.
Not cutting anything.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Saw as fuck.
thoroughly not working.
You only have to make one more cut though.
I think it's good. Okay, and there goes the blade.
I think you need a new blade.
Let's go see if there's any more blades.
No, it's not the blade, it's the battery.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Not this one.
Oh, well, there goes something. And we did it.
Woo! Okay, it was a clean cut too.
Yeah.
Now, the moment of truth. Did we buy the right size exhaust and clamps?
I feel like we bought the exact same size. Let's see how we did.
Well, remember, this is two sides, so one side will have to fit either on, in, or over this.
Well, that is what we do hope, right?
Yeah. So that's the same. Yes!
Oh.
Yes! Good guess, dude. You totally were on that. A tool for every situation.
Alright, so this is with the exhaust actually hung. It's a little way in front of the rear wheel, but it's sticks out a little far. I'd say about 5 inches too far. So I'm gonna cut 5 inches off the other pipe in there, and hopefully we can make something work out. Alright, as the night comes to a close, we got the tips lined up, and we needed a extra hanger. So there was this weird little bracket already up there kinda, and I was able to run a hose clamp through that and just kinda hang it. It's lit.